Happy 2026! We are headed to the thrift store to find some sweaters to unravel for their yarn. I've never done this before, so we will be on an adventure. We'll be learning together. I'm not entirely sure what to look for. I am going to be looking for more natural fibers, but we'll see what we can find. But first, we are masking up because, oh my god, the flu is everywhere. I already had the flu this year, and I got my shot. I don't want to get sick again, so we're masking. Mask up, everyone. It helps everyone around you and yourself. All right, now we're ready. Let's go. Okay, so we returned. It's almost dark out, and I think it was a success. I'm excited to show you what I got. I do need a yarn winder, so I'm gonna go to Michael's to get one of those. Next time you see me, I'll probably show you the haul, so stay tuned. Okay, currently in Michael's, and they are out of the spinner, so honestly it's kind of a mess in here. What's going on at Michael's in the yarn section? It's kind of crazy. So guess we'll just have to order one online. Hello. Yesterday I went to the thrift store. I wanted to try to find some thrifted yarn using sweaters that I could buy secondhand. Yes, thrifted sweaters. I successfully got 4 sweaters, one of which I think I'll actually be able to unravel. Let me show you the haul. So this is the first sweater I got. She's cute. She's from Loft. She is like a pretty teal color. I think that I'll be able to unravel this because the yarn is a little bit thicker. I was told to look for slightly thicker yarn so that I'd be able to unravel it more easily. The problem is I've never really taken apart sweaters before, and they have this seam, these kinds of seams. I don't really know what I'm doing, so it's sort of a learning process as we go along. So that's the first sweater. Second sweater I got, which is also 100% cotton. The other one was also 100% cotton. Jean Pierre Petites. It's a nice like light blue color, and this one I think is going to be a little bit more difficult because the yarn or the thread is a little bit thinner, and again it has these seams. I don't know how I'm going to take them apart, but we'll figure it out. I'm confident. And then the fourth sweater, oh my god, the third sweater, I can count. The third sweater I got is this one. It's from Morona, and it's also 100% cotton. And I also think that this is going to be more difficult to take apart. I'm making this really easy for myself, I know, because it has these like thick seams on the inside. It seems like there's a double layer of fabric also on the bottom. I didn't think these things through when I was in the thrift store, so we're going to figure that out as we go along. The last sweater I got, which I already tried taking it apart and I think it's going to be unsuccessful, is this 100% cashmere sweater. What I didn't realize, I just got really excited that it was cashmere, so I bought it. But it's sort of woven. It has this woven texture, so I don't think I'll be able to take it apart because I tried ripping the seam, which I did somewhat unsuccessfully. But as I try to pull on the threads, they just sort of fall off. And when I pull on one thread, it sort of pulls it from the center. And so I don't think I'm going to be able to take it apart. So that was a failed experiment. Maybe once I figure out how to actually take apart sweaters, I'll be able to do that. I'm going to start ripping apart this sweater. So we're going to do that together. It'll be so fun. Handy dandy seam ripper. Oh my god. Got the tag. Okay, got the other tag. God, this is like really on here. They told me, by they I mean the internet, that you have to be very patient during this process, and I'm a Capricorn. That's not one of my strong suits, so this is really fun for me. Oh no, actually it is. I actually really enjoy this. We're having a good time. Okay, so I got the tags off. Let's try to find where I can rip the seams from the inside. So I was told, again by the internet, to turn the sweater inside out. Now we take it apart at the seams. So here's a seam, and we're going to try to figure out how the hell to take this apart. If anyone knows an easier way to do this, let me know. I am just winging it here. Nope. Nothing's happening. Okay. Ha. Ha. Oh my god, it's working. I figured it out. So exciting. All right, I'm gonna do the rest of this off camera. I'll be back when it's done.
One eternity later.
It is 3 hours later. It took me forever to unravel this first sweater. I finally, I didn't do a very good job, but I did it. So there's one of the arms, one of the body pieces, and obviously some pieces are better than others. And another one of the bodies. Yikes. I got a little excited and started unraveling or winding one of the other arms already. Let's go do the other ones. This is taking a really long time. I appreciate everyone who has decided to do this because, my god, it takes forever. Let's go wind some more yarn, shall we? Okay, so it's officially nighttime, aka like 5 p.m., but it's dark out. I have unraveled one front panel and one sleeve, and I have about 1 ball and a quarter of yarn. This is taking forever, but that's the point. This is slow fashion, I gotta remember. I am going to do a little bit more tonight and then continue tomorrow. Boo. Get the receipt. It's slow fashion. I'm doing this on purpose. This is good. All right, it's day 2 of unwinding and spinning the yarn from this sweater. I have a arm panel and a body panel left to do. So far I have 1 ball of yarn. I'm very proud, very excited. We also have another smaller ball of yarn that we're working on. I also forgot to mention I have a bunch of yarn that the strands are like really short because I did a terrible job at ripping the seams. So I'm just gonna reuse that for like stuffing or something, for an amigurumi or something else. Quick update, I have unraveled the second sleeve. The problem was with the way that I... What, Daniel? Oh my gosh. The update is that I've unraveled the second arm of the sweater. The problem was the way that I took out the stitches. I didn't do a very good job. So there weren't really any threads that were long enough to attach to the yarn ball. So what I have instead is this.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god! What is that?
Which I will add to the pile and use for stuffing for an amigurumi or something like that down the line. So we are going to continue, unravel the last panel of the sweater, and hopefully I did that one a little bit better, so we'll have more yarn to add to this yarn ball, and hopefully we'll end up with 2 yarn balls, maybe 2.5 if we're lucky. Update, it is now mid-afternoon, and we've been joined here by Babu. You have anything to say to the people, Babu? Okay, there we go. I have about 1/3 left of this sweater back panel to go. The sleeve and like the first quarter of the back panel was largely unsuccessful, but that's okay. We will reuse that for something else. My lovely husband got me this board to help me. Even though I was resistant to it at first, it is actually helping because it's making it more even. We're just gonna keep on rolling. I have to pull it like this because it's sort of woven and there's 2 strands, and if I don't pull it evenly, then it doesn't come apart. We officially have about 2 balls of yarn and a whole lot of extra yarn that I did not successfully ravel. And that is because I did a terrible job at seam ripping, and I learned a lot. The trim on the sweater I could not unravel because there's like some elastic in there, and it's so microscopic that it was nearly impossible to actually unravel. That's what we got. And now I think I'm going to crochet a beanie. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to combine the threads from these 2 balls of yarn to make it a thicker yarn, or just crochet with the actual thread. It's pretty thin. I'm not entirely sure what to do with this. So I'll figure it out, and then I'll see you then. Okay, so I used the WPI method, which is where you wrap the yarn around a ruler to determine its thickness, and I think it's a fingering weight yarn. And I need to find a pattern first, so I might do that and then figure out if I need to combine the 2 balls of yarn to make it a thicker yarn. So I'm going to find a pattern for a hat and see what it calls for, and then I might end up combining these. So I found a pattern that I like, and I think I am actually going to combine the yarn together to make it thicker to work better for the pattern. So I'm going to do that now, and we'll see how long it takes. Then we'll get started on crocheting finally. I decided to go with a simple single crochet beanie. This is what I have so far. It'll probably take me a minute. I'm not the super fastest crocheter. This isn't the easiest yarn to work with because it's a little stringy. It is very soft, and it's 100% cotton. Crocheting for about a year. I originally wanted to focus on knitting this next year, but I actually think that I'm going to keep focusing on crochet because there's so much to learn. Hello, welcome to the Green Couch. I wanted to give everyone an update on this hat that I'm making using the upcycled yarn that I got from the thrift store. This is how far we are currently. I've been following this pattern. I want to make it a little bit longer because right now it's still a little short. I want to be able to flip up the bottom because that's the way I like wearing my hats. And unfortunately, the combo of the way, because this is 100% cotton yarn, doesn't have the most stretch. And the way that the pattern is written, it makes the hat like a little pointy. And when you put it on, the little point doesn't really go away. So if that continues to be the case, I might just add a little pom-pom because maybe that'll help. I feel like pom-poms solve everything. That's where we are with this. Finished the hat. What do we think? It's very lightweight. If I did it again, I honestly probably wouldn't use this yarn because there's really not much stretch, and the top is a little pointy. It looks a little elfish, which I'm not mad at, but it's not exactly what I'm going for. I'm not sure how often I'd actually wear this hat, but I did it. I made an upcycled hat out of yarn from a sweater that I thrifted. It was a process. I enjoyed it. It took me a lot longer than I expected. I think this process took me about a month. It was a lot of fun. I learned a lot. This was the first hat that I ever made, and I think it turned out okay. I tried adding a pom-pom, didn't like the look of the pom-pom, it was too small. I might end up adding a pom-pom anyway. What do we think? Let me know what you think below. Thank you for watching me get this far with this upcycled project. My name's Emily Moss. I put out videos about once every other week. So feel free to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content in the future, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.